As we watch the leaves gracefully turn from vibrant greens to warm hues of gold and crimson, let us reflect on the ever-changing nature of life itself. Welcome to our journey through the wisdom of embracing impermanence, a key to living a more fulfilling life. Just like the seasons, our experiences, emotions, and even our physical forms are in a constant state of flux. By understanding and accepting this fundamental truth, we unlock a deeper level of peace and contentment within ourselves. Resistance arises when we cling to the illusion of permanence, when we try to hold on to fleeting moments or resist the natural flow of change. We crave stability in a world that is inherently impermanent, and this creates a fundamental dissonance within us. We may find ourselves pushing against the current, fighting against the inevitable tides of life. But what if, instead of resisting, we could learn to flow with these changes? What if we could meet each moment, whether pleasant or unpleasant, with a sense of acceptance? This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive, but rather aligning ourselves with the natural order of things. Imagine a tree standing tall and strong, yet flexible enough to bend with the wind. It doesn't resist the storm but moves with it, its roots anchoring it firmly to the ground. In the same way, by acknowledging the impermanence of all things, we too can find strength and stability amidst life's inevitable changes. We can face challenges with a calm presence, knowing that they too shall pass. The concept of impermanence might seem daunting at first, even a little frightening. Our minds, conditioned to seek permanence and security, can interpret this constant change as something to fear. But what if, instead of fearing impermanence, we could see it as an invitation? An invitation to live fully in the present moment, the only moment we truly have. Embracing impermanence is not about dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It's about recognizing the power and the peace that come from being fully present in the now. The past, with all its joys and sorrows, is gone. We can revisit it through memories, learn from it, and heal from it, but we cannot change it. Similarly, the future remains unwritten. We can plan and set intentions, but we cannot control how things will unfold. Clinging to past regrets or future anxieties only serves to rob us of the present moment, the only place where life is truly lived. When we release our attachment to the past and the future, our awareness naturally shifts to the present moment. We become more attuned to the sights, sounds, sensations, and thoughts arising within and around us. We begin to experience life with a heightened sense of clarity and presence. This is the essence of mindfulness, to be fully present and awake to the unfolding of life, moment by moment. The present moment is all we ever have. Imagine for a moment a tightrope walker gracefully moving across a high wire. Their balance is not found in rigidity, in clinging to the rope, but in their ability to adapt to the sway, to flow with the movement. Life, much like that high wire, is in constant motion. Clinging to how we think things should be only makes it harder to maintain our balance when change inevitably arrives. By embracing impermanence, we cultivate resilience, the ability to bend without breaking, to adapt and thrive amidst life's constant shifts. Resilience is not about becoming immune to challenges or hardships, it's about learning to navigate them with grace and strength. When we accept that change is an inherent part of life, we stop expecting things to remain the same. We become more adaptable, more capable of adjusting our sails when the winds of change blow. This doesn't mean we don't feel sadness, grief, or disappointment when things don't go our way. It means we allow ourselves to feel these emotions fully, without letting them define us or dictate our experience. Just as a forest fire, though seemingly destructive, makes way for new growth, so too do periods of change in our lives create space for new beginnings. Loss, while painful, can be an opportunity for profound personal growth. In a world that often emphasizes the pursuit of more possessions, more achievements, more experiences, the concept of impermanence can be a powerful antidote to this insatiable hunger. When we truly grasp the fleeting nature of all things, we begin to appreciate the beauty and preciousness of each moment. We cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for the simple gifts that life offers, gifts we might otherwise take for granted. Think about the everyday miracles we often overlook: the warmth of the sun on our skin, the taste of fresh food, the sound of laughter, the embrace of a loved one. These seemingly ordinary experiences take on a profound significance when we recognize their impermanent nature. We savor them more deeply, knowing that they won't last forever. Gratitude becomes a natural response to life when we embrace impermanence. Instead of focusing on what we lack, We appreciate the abundance that surrounds us in every moment. We cultivate a sense of contentment and joy in the present, rather than constantly chasing after future happiness. This doesn't mean we cease to have goals or aspirations. It simply means we find joy in the journey, in the unfolding of our lives, rather than attaching our happiness to some distant future outcome. Consider the beauty of a flower in full bloom. We marvel at its vibrant colors, its delicate petals, its intoxicating fragrance. Yet we also know that its beauty is fleeting. It will soon wilt and fade, returning to the earth from which it came. This understanding, far from diminishing our appreciation, deepens it. We cherish the flower's beauty even more, knowing that it is transient. The same principle applies to all aspects of life. In the tapestry of life, we often find ourselves clinging to threads, to relationships, possessions, identities, as if our very existence depended on them. We fear that letting go will unravel the entire fabric of our being. But what if, in releasing our grip, we discovered a profound sense of liberation? What if true freedom lay not in holding on, but in letting go? Embracing impermanence invites us to loosen our grip on these attachments, to release what no longer serves us, and to step into a more expansive way of being. Attachment, at its core, is a form of fear. We cling to things and people because we fear losing them, fear the emptiness their absence might create. But this clinging creates suffering. It keeps us tethered to the past, afraid to embrace the unknown possibilities of the present moment. By recognizing the impermanent nature of all things, we can begin to loosen the grip of attachment and step into a more spacious way of being. Letting go doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we release our need to control, to possess. We allow things and people to come and go in our lives without attaching our sense of self-worth or happiness to their presence. We understand that just as a river needs to flow freely to reach the ocean, so too do we need to release our attachments to experience the fullness of life. Imagine holding a small bird in your hands. You can appreciate its beauty, its delicate feathers, its bright eyes. Thank you for joining us. Remember, the beauty of life lies in its transient nature. Embrace each moment with open arms and an open heart. Just as a surfer rides the waves, may you ride the waves of change with grace and resilience. May you find peace in the present moment, gratitude for the abundance that surrounds you, and the courage to let go of what no longer serves you.
Please like and subscribe for more Stoic videos.